Small business groans. So, one of the things that I hear business owners groan about is collaborations and how complicated they are and how difficult they are. I want to break it down and make it a little bit simpler so that it's not complicated. The first thing you have to do is identify a complementary business. Now, this could be another business in your niche, or it could be a business in a related industry that offers a similar product or service. It doesn't really matter what you consider complementary because it obviously varies from industry to industry, as long as essentially you can find someone to work well with that it makes sense to work with. You also need to understand that sharing a target audience doesn't make you competitors. It means that you can benefit from mutual outcomes. Strategic alliances are so very important in business, not just when it comes to marketing and networking. Examples of successful strategic alliances are where both parties bring something unique to the table and they both get a win. So it's a win-win situation. There are lots of cross-promotion opportunities that are available when you're working in a collaborative effort. It allows you to highlight the power of both of your products, not just in contrast, but the way that they work together. It also allows for resource sharing. So what that means is the two of you go in together halfsies or 70-30, it depends on what the input is from each party. But while it might be restrictive to where you can't rent a venue by yourself, if you're collaborating with somebody else, then you have additional resources available. You have additional expertise available. Community engagement initiatives are a huge win, especially you get 10, 15 people together all working towards the same goal and boom, it's almost guaranteed win as long as you advertise appropriately on the activity or the event that's coming up. Collaborative projects are huge on a creativity boost. I can't tell you the number of times that I've seen 2 minds are better than one in living action, and 3 are better than 2, and 5 are better than 3. As long as you have clear-cut rules and clear-cut communication channels when you're working with somebody else, the larger the group that you can get together within limits, the better. Like I said, clear communications and expectations are so important. You have to know who's responsible for what. You have to know who is going to contribute where. Talking about any joint venture, if you have a lack of communication, then anger and resentment are going to breed. If you have a lack of expectations, then it becomes well, you said you were gonna. No, I didn't. I thought you were gonna. And nobody wins in that scenario. It also gives you a larger pool to measure your success from. What I mean by that is if you have 3 people collaborating together and each of them has an audience of 5,000 people, you're not directly competing for an audience of 15,000 because you're never going to get all 15,000 people engaged in what you're doing to begin with. But you're going to get a large percentage of all 3 groups together. And while you may bring somebody in from your audience that your message doesn't spurn them to action, one of the people that you're collaborating with might get a benefit from that person, or something that they say might make your audience member contact you because you're the one that brought them into their field of vision. So, there are so many benefits to collaboration, and it is not the headache that people think it will be, as long as you have clear expectations and very, very clear communication.